Are you a woman going through divorce or separation with children right now? Are you struggling to navigate that in a healthy and alternative way that's best for you and for your children? Hi, I'm Barbara Gertina, and it was many years ago that I went through that space. And there was a lot of destruction and a lot of habits that I wished I had better tools for at the time. And that is my mission is help others, other women to go through things in a more positive and healthy way compared to what I did. Now, I have to caveat that at the time, there were no cell phones, no internet, and I myself went through a lot of trauma and I suppressed a lot of things. I didn't have the tools to navigate things. And I was so beaten down by the time I decided to make that decision and separate. And it isn't easy navigating that with now we know narcissists. At that time, that vocabulary wasn't even top of mind. We would say, I have a controlling spouse, and divorce wasn't even that common. But I knew if I didn't leave, that I would die or my children would suffer. And I had daughters, and I did have a great loss in that situation. And actually, I'm still suffering over 20 years later with consequences of that situation. So I've since studied at trauma. I've worked with and been a speaker on parental alienation, which you might not even know about, that affects so many different people and in our country, and it is becoming epidemic. And my sincere effort is the collateral damage is to save our children because they are the collateral damage of our situations. And if we as mothers are not present or or able to cope with the situation, I know I wasn't. I felt selfish putting myself first. I didn't put the oxygen mask on. I was more worried about them, about keeping my job, trying to navigate legal decisions with this person. And I was just stretched so thin. So, what happens with sleep and physicality? So many factors. But what I would like to do is help you now. And I have a 4 week course. We do not dive deep into, I'm not a psychologist. My background is early childhood education, and I've studied personal growth and Reiki and healing modalities for a long time now. And so, my experience and my hope and my tips for you to make it an easier, softer transition for yourself, for your future, for your children, to make easier decisions, to save on attorney fees. Because when you're thinking clearly, when you're more centered, when you have other people to talk to and a group of support that's confidential, that is a huge gift to you. And as I said, I my goal is to save our children and to save our mothers because as common as divorce and separation is, it still is traumatic and has a lot of rippling effects by everyone involved. And you might not even know all the different rippling effects that it can have. But from all these years, I have learned a lot and talked to a lot of people and helped a lot of people. So, as I said, we don't dive deep into a lot of psychological things or too much growth work because you are in a very time sensitive place right now. I know I was trying to keep my job, I was trying to be available for my children, trying to take care of myself. I was trying to negotiate the best settlement situation for myself and my children. And so it is to help make that easier, an easier, softer way, and also to help mitigate the trauma down the line because things come out sideways when they are suppressed. So it's 4 week module. We have a 1 hour live Zoom on Wednesday night, Eastern Time, 7 p.m. This course starts on the 26th of March. The course is called A Journey to Wholeness. I don't know about you, but I didn't feel whole. I stayed too long and I lost so much of myself. And after so many years, I was married 21 years. It's like, who am I now? My children were still young because we waited to have children. But I want to share tips and tricks to make it easier on yourself and your children. And there are so many other things available to us today. So my experience, and it's supportive, interactive. We have a active Facebook page that you will be a part of, so you can get inspiration. You can reach out to other people in the group. It is entirely confidential. It is reasonable. I'm offering this at $144. And I know it is worth so much more, and I've charged more in the past, but I wanted to make it accessible. And that is a drop in the bucket, because I bet it would save you hours of attorney fees. I know I went through 3 attorneys, and their fees were not inexpensive then. I can't even imagine what they'd be not now. And save you some maybe therapy sessions and closeness with your children. And I can't promise all those things. It's not for victimhood. It's for people that want to do things in an easier, softer, healthier way, because you might not know. And let's face it, I know when I was going through this, I was so beaten down. I couldn't think straight. I was sleep deprived. I was emotionally a wreck. I was experiencing tremendous stress at work. And so all of that plays a part. How much of you is available? And what should you focus on? What should you um, save for another day? And what can you let go of? And, our friends and our family really mean well, but I spent too much of my time in that space, and that wasn't healthy for me or my children or for our future. So, again, I'm Barbara Dertina. My business is called Wellness Matters, You Matter. And I deal with other physical plant based products to help our well being as well and activate our bodies. But this is about our emotional wellness, because that affects our physical bodies and our mental state. And the course is called A Journey to Wholeness. So you can put a comment, put journey in the comment box. I can send you a link to register. And I look forward, if this is for you, I look forward to helping you. If you know of somebody that this would be a great help to, please refer them or show this video to them. My goal is to be of service. And as I said, to save our children the trauma that is um, a part of the separation of parents.